What about small groups and things? So like we've got Re-engage that we're doing at our church, and Courtney and I are going through that. This is our second time going through it, and we've been meeting on Zoom,
Yeah.
which has presented some challenges. But I've actually, like, for the larger group setting, it presented challenges. But once it got into the breakout groups and it was a smaller group of people, I honestly didn't mind it. Like, I'm sitting on my
Yeah.
couch, I've got my PewDiePie hoodie on, like I'm comfortable, and
Yeah.
I'm talking about the stuff. What have y'all seen kind of in your small groups?
Yeah. We're doing the same. We're doing Zoom, and for the most part, I mean, I think some people have tried to like social distance, which I'm so tired of social distancing, that those words. But some people have done to like pull your car around in a circle and sit,
Yeah,
10 feet apart and that's good. I have two little kids and that's not possible. And so honestly, in this season, that's been good, I think, for a lot of people because they can put their kids down for bed or whatever and then hop in on Zoom and they didn't have to leave the house and so they can do that. It's been good. And most people are so excited to just get to have a conversation.
yeah,
Um, that they don't care that it's Zoom, and people are tired of it. I mean, you get Zoom lag where you're ready to be in person
right,
with somebody.
yeah.
Um, and if you're a touchy person at all, if your love language is touch, then you're struggling.
You're really
Uh,
struggling.
but Zoom is how we've kind of been doing that, and we've been encouraging all our leaders to use Zoom for that. I've even met quite a bit with my worship team through Zoom, and I tried to lead worship one time through that, and it was, we all laughed because some of them I said, yeah, you can leave yours unmuted, and they started singing with me, and there's like this delay, and we started laughing, and I just quit, and I just said, I don't think it's going to work like that,
Eh,
but
you know what? Turn that off again. Just go ahead and meet yourself
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
What have you found the biggest challenges to be in all of this? Like, is there anything that's kind of clear there?
Biggest challenges. Well, I mean, every church is different, but I think that our church really, I think the people of our church love Sunday morning, and
Mm,
they love getting together. And so we're doing everything we can to keep connection. Um, but I think things for the first, like, 3, 4 weeks were, um, it was kind of like you're teaching on faith over fear.
yeah,
And now you're almost having to teach on contentment over frustration, because society at first was just kind of scared of it, and so
yeah,
we're all listening to what the government's saying and what church, all of that, and then it prolongs and you start getting more frustrated, and
mm,
and so you almost want to choose what you want over maybe what's right, and so I think what's really going to be the hardest is trying to decide when we're supposed to gather again and how to do
right.
that in the phases. But what I'm hearing from our people and what I feel is everyone is really missing the gathering,
Mm,
and
yeah,
that's what all churches right now are. It's bringing to light like what's the main priority,
yep,
and so what I think it's allowing us to have plenty of discussion around is, small groups are not an afterthought, and we've never felt that here or at any church I've been at, but they're pretty important right now,
yeah.
and so I think just realizing that Sunday morning is really important, and it's a great front door, but it's not the only door anymore,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, Jared just commented a good comment. If you haven't discussed, how has engagement and attendance been? And I think that's actually one thing that I want to dive into is like, how do you measure attendance? Like, how
Mhm.
are y'all doing that? Because I've also heard that that's a challenge for a lot of churches is figuring
Yeah.
out how to measure that in this time.
Yeah. If you use, what's hard is like Facebook, if you're using Facebook, I mean, they could look at it for 20 seconds and that counts as a view or whatever it is. And so
Hmm.
it's kind of hard. I mean, on Easter, we had so many views. I mean, it was like between all of it, it could have been anywhere from 20 to 30,000 or something like that. And so,
Right.
I mean, we talk about that, and we say, man, even if somebody hopped on for 30 seconds and they got to just hear a little bit about Jesus, like, it was worth it. They went your lights.
There weren't my lights. Hey, but watch this. Alexa, turn on all office lights.
Golly. So, I mean, we're looking at the metrics through the website, and then we're trying to get on Facebook. I mean, Facebook does a pretty decent job of letting you see the metrics and see engagement and those kind of things. And one of the things we did switch is we were just rolling right into the service, and we started this thing prior to the service called the lobby, or I can't remember exactly what it's called. But it's just two guys kind of sitting like this, and they're really just engaging people before the service starts. And what's cool is they're doing that, and then during the service, when people are engaging on Facebook, if they're posting anything, asking questions, they're answering live, and then they follow up at the end. Jeez, that skill don't like that.
Jared's over here clowning.